Hey, Clintonville, Ryan Dieter here with Key Realty again, bringing you another monthly market update for the Clintonville area as we look at the main numbers as we sit here in June. So we're going to look back and see what happened in May. We're going to try to predict what's going to happen in July. So if you're looking to make a move or just want to know what's going on in the market here in Clintonville, Ohio, this is the episode for you. Let's dive into it. All right, as you can see here, we have the Columbus Board of Realtors data they put out for us for the Clintonville area pulled up here. And as we can see, the biggest number that jumps out to me is actually the closed sales. As we dive right into this, we can see we're down 47% compared to last year when it comes to closed sales in the month of May, which is a very drastic number when we only have 68 amount of homes selling in general. And so we had 36 homes sell. So, one, the numbers may be a little skewed because there's so few houses being sold, but two, just there's so few houses being sold in Clintonville right now. It's keeping demand up. So that's just an easy way to say, hey, I'm sure prices are going up because so few homes are selling. And that's the case. We actually saw a pretty big jump this month compared to the last few months. Excuse me. The average sale price is up 7%. Median sale price is up 16. Average price per square foot is up 10%. So what we're seeing, and I'm seeing this out in the field as well, is we're seeing smaller homes sell for more, and then the larger homes, more expensive homes, aren't quite selling for, top dollar. Like they're getting more price reductions. They're taking longer to sell. But at the same time, homes that are nice, homes that check all the boxes that are, kitchen, baths, outdoor space is immaculate. Those are still flying off the shelf. So it's based on condition more so than I've seen in my career, and rightly so. As work is now more expensive, construction's more expensive. To redo a kitchen, a bath, even landscaping, it's more expensive than it ever has been. And so that stuff matters more than ever. And it's going to be a huge swing in a home that needs completely redone to a home that's, exactly what people are looking for. So that's where, but it is still fundamentals to real estate. Condition and location are two of the main factors. The other third is market timing and the Columbus region. That matters a lot too. So as we're sitting here looking at the May data, we're seeing the top of the market as well. So this is where Clintonville has now average price of 450. This is probably going to be the peak of the year. Maybe June we'll see a little slightly, since we only had so many homes sell this last month. Maybe we see a slight uptick next month. Typically, May is the peak, and then June starts to flatline or go down. As I can show you this graph here, we saw this is the blue line is Columbus City. This gray line is actually Clintonville. And we saw, last fall things kind of slowed down big time, and then we shot back up this spring. As we see here, the numbers as overall, it's fairly modest year to date, honestly. So the last few months, we've really, kind of shot back up, and that's pretty typical in Clintonville. The spring market in Clintonville is wild, and you're going to get things sell for much higher on average than things throughout the rest of the year. There's a lot of factors to that. I have a video in my YouTube channel that actually talks about why the spring market in Columbus as a whole is drastically different than the winter market. If you want to know the reason why that is, go back, watch that video. But the main thing is that a lot of better homes are just listed in spring, therefore they sell for more, and we have more buyer pool in the spring as well. So it's supply and demand is just that. And so in this month we actually saw very few homes sold, but we actually saw quite a home bit new listings. We actually saw almost just as many new listings as sold last year. So what we're seeing is homes are sitting longer and just not selling, or sitting in the market, because we're seeing actually inventory tick up. So this is the good news for buyers. Bad news is things are still going to be more expensive, but the good news is you may have more options. There may be stuff sitting out there you can negotiate for. You can go out and say, okay, this has been on the market for a month now. We can negotiate. We can be the only offer. We don't have to give up everything in our offer. And so we are seeing those play out. We have almost 50 homes of inventory and 1.2 months of inventory, meaning that if no new homes hit the market, that all the homes it would be gone. The rate homes are going, the rate homes are selling, it would take 1.2 months to sell all the homes. Now, this is not a lot. This is still, a low number compared to where we were, but it's obviously higher than what it was last year. We bottomed out last year, I believe, or this month or this year, I think. Let's go back and look. I think April we won. I think March was even lower. Yeah, March was at 0.7. So we bottomed out this month or this year in March at 0.7. And so now we're up 1.2, which is almost, twice as much compared to where we were in March. So we're seeing homes, even though we have a very big, very competitive stream market, we're also seeing homes just not sell. So there's this tale of two cities when it comes to, homes in Clintonville. homes that are selling really quick and getting top dollar, and homes that are sitting and not selling at all or even going off the market. And so there's a lot of factors of that of why. Again, we're getting back to the fundamentals of real estate more so than ever now that there's a lot more confusion out there. Rates are higher, costs are higher in general, prices are higher. So there's just people are being more picky when it comes to and selective when it comes to the houses they're buying. So that is just important to know. If you're looking to sell your house, you have to do the things to potentially fix it up and make it ready to sell so that it will sell. And obviously having an expert to help you guide you to understand what projects are worth doing and which ones are potentially not worth doing can save you and make you a ton of money. So just keep that in mind. This graph is a Greek chart of just what happens in the spring. Now, obviously, it's all over the place when it comes to Clintonville here because there's so few data points. But you can see as Columbus as a whole, the spring market tends to be where most of the homes, gain their appreciation throughout the year. We come back down the summer flat lines comes back down in the winter. So kind of what I want to focus on is okay, what's coming down the line as we look at Clintonville. Will prices continue to go up and to the right? They're probably going to start flatline. Like I said, May is typically the high price point. These numbers will probably be the peak of the market in general. We'll see next month if that's true. Let's just look at, I think I have June's number pulled up here from last year. Yeah, here's June of 24. So you can kind of see here, we're at 434 last year, and it did come up a little bit. Year over year it came up, and we were at modest gains last year. But this year, comparing May of 24 to June of 25, we're at 421, and we were at for 414 when it came to average price point. So we did see that go down in June. So I would expect the same thing to happen here in June of this month. We're at 450.51 average price point. I expect that to come down probably closer to the 440 mark, where we're still seeing gains compared to last year, but still seeing month over month numbers come down. So if you're looking to make a move, June typically means that prices are starting to soften, a really flatline, and those houses have been sitting. You can come in and negotiate a little bit. Don't expect to get a fire sale by any means as the market slows down or doesn't, continue to go up into the right. But as a seller, you got to understand this. You can't price your house looking at just the May numbers, thinking your house is going to be sell for even more than that because the market's going up and to the right. This is where it slows down. It's flatline. So you have to be cautious of that. Don't make the mistake of pricing it over what's sold in May. Look at the May data as well as this early spring to late winter data and kind of use that to understand where your market is going. So hopefully this is helpful. If the good news for buyers is that there's opportunity. The sellers, you have to be wise this time of year and not overprice your home. And if you price it reasonable, buyers will still be interested, but also understand the fundamentals. It's true here in Clintonville. I'm seeing it more so than ever, where condition and market timing are really driving the prices in this market. So understand your condition compared to what's selling, what people are looking for in Clintonville is very important to understand how to get top dollar for your home. So with that said, hopefully this is helpful. I've again always happy to dive into a conversation. If you want to know what your house could potentially sell for or looking to buy a house, happy to have that conversation with you to have a strategy and plan to get you where you need to go. Until next time, I'll see you then.